Nearly 2 million illegal aliens have received orders for deportation, but they're refusing to go. And as we just heard from, here's Pearson Sharp.
Over 1.7 million illegal aliens are living comfortably in the U.S., despite having orders for deportation. According to the Immigration Reform Law Institute, illegals from Central America and Mexico who have received deportation orders are refusing to go. That includes some 574,000 illegal aliens from Mexico and nearly 1.2 million illegals from Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala. The executive director of the Immigration Reform Law Institute, Dale Wilcox, says the problem of illegal immigration in America is bursting at the seams. These illegals represent a population greater than that of the city of Philadelphia, twice the size of Boston, and double the entire population of South Dakota. And they've been ordered out of the country, but yet they refuse to go. Rather than taking in more caravans of illegal aliens, Wilcox argues that Washington should focus on the current immigration crisis and remove the ones who are already here. Experts predict there will be over double last year's total crossings, heading for over 900,000 illegal entries into the U.S. this year. Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security is continuing to bring in illegal aliens by the busload and dump them in the interior of the country. Federal immigration officials are still following the catch and release policy, meaning the border jumpers are allowed to roam free in the U.S. while they await their immigration and asylum hearings. One America News spoke with current and former members of the Border Patrol who told us that 90% of the illegal aliens released into the U.S. don't show up for their hearings, and some 88% of them are able to remain in the country forever. Local media reports that in Phoenix, some 50 illegal aliens were dropped off by federal immigration officials at a Greyhound bus station near Sky Harbor International Airport on the morning of March 8th. Many of the illegals were single, adult men from Central America and were allowed to walk free as long as they promised to come back for their hearings. Since December 21st, Immigration and Customs Enforcement has released some 85,000 migrant family members, with 15,000 going to Phoenix, 38,000 to South Texas, and nearly 9,000 to San Diego. But these illegal aliens being released into our neighborhoods by the truckload are far from community leaders. Statistics from the Government Accountability Office and the Department of Justice reveal these aliens are much more violent and commit crimes at a much higher rate than native-born Americans. Illegal aliens are convicted and sentenced for over 13% of all the crimes committed in America, as well as 75% of all federal drug offenses. According to the FBI, from 2005 to 2008, there were over 67,000 total murders committed in the U.S. Illegal aliens were responsible for 25,000 of those murders, meaning that in that time frame, illegals committed nearly half of all the murders in the United States. And there are a lot more illegal aliens here now than there were back then. In New York alone, there are 169 illegals imprisoned for every 100,000 illegal immigrants, compared to just 48 legal American residents per 100,000, demonstrating that illegals are 3 times more likely to commit a crime than an American citizen. And that crime isn't just costing lives, it's costing Americans a lot of money as well. According to Homeland Security, U.S. taxpayers are spending $19 million a day paying to take care of convicted criminal aliens in America's prisons. That includes people like Carlos Carranza, a 24-year-old illegal alien who has been arrested for killing a woman from San Jose. Police say Carranza stalked 59-year-old Bambi Larson before he went to her home, where he then beat and stabbed her to death. Carranza has an extensive criminal history and is a known gang member, and was even arrested and then released by police who weren't allowed to inform ICE, a move that likely cost an American citizen her life. Rather than fighting to deport criminal aliens like Carranza, Congress is fighting to protect them, making it harder for ICE to find and remove them from our communities. And while President Trump battles Democrats and Republicans to build the wall, much of our 2,000-mile border with Mexico remains open, even as Congress continues to fund massive border walls in places like Israel, Afghanistan, Jordan, and Egypt. While this funding continues pouring out of the U.S., illegals are pouring in, and American citizens like Bambi Larson are paying the price. For One America News, I'm Pearson Sharp.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.